following program on Ada Derana 24 is classified for general audience. It is intended for all ages. It contains little or no violence, no strong language, and little or no sexual dialogue or situations.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on another episode on Business Best, and this is a platform where we showcase the best in the business, and we will be introducing to you people who have excelled in their particular field in order to showcase their latest developments in their respective industries. Now on today's episode, he's not a new face on television or on social media because he's a business giant who has made his mark in Sri Lanka, and in a wholesome way, I would say. He has been helping a lot of people here in Sri Lanka who has problems with their hearing or vision. And with that introduction, I would like to share his story and about his business and the challenges that he has been through to get here thus far. With that introduction, I would like to introduce you to Mihira Wickramarachchi, who is the founder of Wickramarachchi Opticians. Mr. Mihira, thank you very much for taking the time to join me on the show today.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Yes.
So now, I'm pretty sure everybody knows you from Wickramarachchi Opticians, but also people must be knowing about your story as well. What we really want to know is this size vision center that you have opened up, and it's the only center that has the facilities, the most quality facilities available here in Sri Lanka. I want you to give a little bit of introduction to what this brand is about and the facilities that you all are providing here in Sri Lanka and how it has helped carve the momentum of Sri Lanka in treating patients.
Yes, when we think of business, and I tell all the new young entrepreneurs that you should think of quality. I believe quality, I believe the best to do it, you know. Sri Lankan people are actually the very high quality concerned people. When you take our brands like Dilma, and I see that the Ceylon has kept a very good name. But same way, I think if you see the old cars, we have Mercedes and all these Cadillacs and all these cars before we come to other countries in Asia. So Asia being one of the top countries, and I think we should not worry about it, because if you have quality in yourself, we are the people to bring up this economy. So this is why when COVID came, that I knew that the historic pandemics, then I thought to wait at home is not going to help for anyone. I started creating jobs for the poor people who are working and the workers, and gave them many things like this. And we built up this nice vision center in Town Hall, where Zeiss Vision Center, it's you see it if you go to Berlin, you see all the trademarks in highlighted, and Zeiss is number one in your camera, has to have Zeiss, that's the best lens. And if you have Bollywood, Hollywood shows, you use a Zeiss. So I wanted the best one Zeiss. And I can remember many years I've been doing Zeiss lenses, and we wanted to give the best possible thing without anyone going out of Sri Lanka. Of course, now we cannot, that time no one could go. Then I said, oh, we have the best clientele, and everyone in Sri Lanka, I know there is nothing called poor when it comes to quality. Every man needs to, they like to buy the best quality. That is something that different to other Southeast Asian countries. So we build up this place. It's a completely controlled by the Germans, and it is all regulated by Germany. And you can go to any country, the best place to get your proper spectacle or 200% accuracy and quality and service. We can test someone seated in that place. I can control it from here and do eye testing, non-contacted. And this kind of, we have a test that for the night vision, we have a different test. These are not in the normal field. So this is a place, actually, this is not for me, this is for the country, and we kept our name and then it went on financial information and news in Germany, and the German ambassador was personally presented to open this and with the German government, and they have honored me to start German optometry courses. So it's not just one thing, it's for you to experience, for other opticians to come and experience, for them to learn how to go for the best quality work. So when I think of industry, we all have to support each other to build up the industry.
Definitely, sir. And especially when considering your eyes or your ears, people would want to think, yes, I need the best product which is suitable for my eyes. I do not want to like screw up my eyes in any other way possible. So I just wanted to ask you now, this connection with Germany, you have made the franchise that you have brought here to Sri Lanka. How did this connection come? How did you connect with the other country?
Yeah, we have been actually, the first Siemens name was identified as Sri Lanka with my company. Now our friends of Demo and all these people are doing it. And before anything comes like this, and in 1976, just after the when they opened the country for imports, we started with such brands. So if you take the premium brands in our three main businesses, that is hearing aids, Siemens, and that is now it is a premium brand is Phonak. So we are with them, and the Swiss government is helping me, and we are even training some people to find jobs in other countries, not to send them back. I want to get them back. So I don't like people sending out of this, because our people have to build up here, and we must try to give a quality business and tourism with the medical tourism. I think we all can do this, and it is not a miracle. I think when I did the cochlear implant to get nearly 1,000 people to hear, the people start talking about miracle. It's not a miracle, technology. So we are in the algorithm. Algorithm can be find yourself. And what I see is, then when you talk about the hearing aids, we got the premium brand. When we talk about the spectacle, we got the premium brands. All the brands brought it to this country by me, so I'm proud for it, and others follows. We leads, we keep the benchmark for others to come up. But we like other people also do better than us. That's a way one industry to build up. You have to have similar technology in other channels also. No, same way we have to build up. Then our country goes up. Our level of standard goes up. The people have a lot of opportunity. I have sent more than 25 people gone out of our company, because every country knows Sri Lanka has such quality people in this business or profession. Audiologists are working in many countries. Even companies wanted me to go and open in Australia and India and Bangladesh. I have done it, but I'm still like to do things in Sri Lanka is much easier. And I must tell all my friends of business people, the best country to do business is Sri Lanka now. Right now, the best country to start business. So you should go and start your own business. Don't think you don't need any premises. You do it at home. You can do it yourself. You can make your money out of your technology, doing it many things. Use your talent and start your business.
That's a very interesting topic, sir, that you brought out, developing your own self and taking the risks that you have to take. Now, Wickramarachchi Opticians have been in the field for decades, and I feel that there has been a constant development in this industry, and you have taken the most riskiest decisions in the business, I would say, because the country is not stable. We got hit with the Easter attacks, the COVID pandemic, and also unstable politics. And now we are going through the economic crisis as well. But still, you have not given up and taken all of those risks and gone ahead with doing business. How did you get the courage to take these decisions, and didn't you ever feel that, taking this risk would be problematic?
Yeah, when issues are coming up with pandemic, I never gave it up. When we had the bombs and the terrorism, I did tourism. And I went to Jaffna with the German flag and treated even for all the people. I have no difference with people. That is, I must tell you. So people are the same, and people have to get together, and people have to do your business without thinking of government waiting and doing things. The governments, even in Germany, the governments are not doing business. The business are done by people, and the governments should listen to business people how to take up the economy up. we have to do the economy. So I have done my part of it, and I have solved a problem for the 2% of totally deaf people who are completely deaf. Today they can hear, and 900 odd people, they are going to universities and they are getting married to normal people. How is that? That's a technology. So if you talk about Zeiss, the best lens what you are using should be a Zeiss lens, so that is the best product. So if you do the best thing, you will be in the benchmark in market. So never go for lower way. Start, you can do, everyone can do. You know, I want all the opticians to do it better than me. So that is the way you should have to think, not to cut off and, you know, to be jealous with everyone. You got to do it, share the market, share the business, bring any industry to up level. And agriculture is another thing that we have done, because my father is the one who brought horticulture to this country, and that's how the zoological garden, Rodney Jongleurs, Arthur C. Clarke, all these people got into these fields. And Arthur C. Clarke is one of my fans, and he have been guiding me, and that he would have been my guru. So he went to NASA and said, I'm using a hearing aid. I got it from Sri Lanka. Imagine. So such a thing you can do. I mean, Arthur C. Clarke is itself is a good benchmark to market if you think of other industries for tourism. So this is these are things that the business people have to build up, not the governments. And the economy has to be done by you. And don't waste your time. Just jump and take your chance, because then you can come up like 1976 when the economy opened in 1976. I went like my slide. So you got to do business now, then you will be the leader. If you go down, even a businessman, then you will never be able to raise up. So let governments to handle other issues, you handle your own work.
Yes, Mr. Wickramarachchi, we have to go into a short break, and I believe that you have been changing people's lives, making your mark here in Sri Lanka and making Sri Lanka proud as well with all your decisions. And we are going into a short commercial break. We will be back soon, and you're watching Business Best. Welcome back to Business Best, and we are in discussion with Mr. Mihira Wickramarachchi, who is the founder of Wickramarachchi Opticians. And sir, in the first segment, you gave us a very good idea about, you know, the journey that you've been through, and about, you know, the courage that you need to take in becoming an entrepreneur as well. And just before we left, you said, sir, that you have made people who cannot hear better than the normal people, and that you've been changing people's lives. How did that come into play, and what is about this cochlear implant?
Yeah, I found it when I was a kid that I noticed this issue, and I studied my audiology in Southampton University, and then I got to know about the cochlear implant program for the adults. But we had a problem with the deaf schools, and the children were suffering without hearing aids. And then we've done many other projects with many other organizations, but same way, but how to solve this problem is a question, and no one wants to take this challenge. And I myself donated the first 1 or 2 implants, and I got these children to get complete hearing back. And UGC knows that they have got a high numbers of people who are totally deaf is coming with the cochlear implant. When you have a cochlear implant, that you could connect your TVs or mobile phone or everything connected, so they have much more advantages than us. If you get a cochlear implant, you can hear better now, because we also have a hearing loss. So they have super hearing, so they learn better. Even to the top schools they are going, and some of them have gone to universities, top business people, their children have gone, and they are running some of the premium businesses in Sri Lanka. So some of the top government officials are in with the cochlear implant, they can hear better than any of us. So we can change your life back. And a nice thing, my first implantee was an adult, and once I gave the implant, he got married again. So that's not a good thing to say, but she changes completely his life, you know. So you can see them, they come with a lot of strength. Not only the cochlear implant, even today hearing aids are given to normal people, the university students, researchers, and the organizations like this, because you can communicate with your hearing aid. Algorithm give you information and you can connect with the Bluetooth and you can hear, same time you can listen. You can hear better than normal. And what happens is when you're using a hearing aid or a cochlear implant, they cut off all the unnecessary sounds and you get only the sound, the speech sound. So you hear better, you learn better. So having a hearing aid is an advantage even for the mild hearing loss. Don't wait and take a hearing aid, get your hearing done. And I want to give a message to parents: when your children born, you must get tested your hearing, your baby's hearing and baby's sight. Otherwise, you never know. If you have one eye is not visible or not working, so you would not be able to recover it. So you take it to a doctor and then do the treatments, or best thing is just do it at home by showing some things and making some sounds. You are the best doctor. Mother is the best doctor. They can do it. So same way, everyone will find a lot of people, because 2% of totally deaf, and then it is very easy to fix it, and we can fix it. And the hospitals have facilities, and I'm a proud man today because I brought up and made a 2% of a problem, and also I introduced audiology into this country, highest level, and we do balance. When you have balance disorders, we can test. All the sports people need this, and otherwise they get into trouble. And we believe before you get your injuries, you have to get treatments. Same way, every possible thing in your life, you do it before it collapses. So now we are collapsing our collapse our economy, but we are the people to fix it.
That's right. So now when talking about this technology, it's a huge advancement, and you keep developing day and day, and but the people that needs to operate these machines and the knowledge available in Sri Lanka, I believe, sir, that you're providing training and development also. You mentioned this earlier in the first segment also. How important do you think that this is vital for Sri Lanka to have this training and development?
Yeah, I identified the Swiss government came in, and the government of Germany together, and they are supporting me to bring up some educational program for, and we don't charge for education. I'm not doing education as a business, and they knew that we even train disabled people. Some of them, I have an autism child. The child is better than a robot, and is so cheaper than a robot. And I say that you should get these people to fix for some sort of education. So I'm ready to do it. They knew, and we are doing it for many people in many ways. And optometry, we are doing the level 5 to highest level, and my colleagues are also surprised, and we need to bring up our fields. When you are in your field, you have to bring the field up to a highest level. That is even if you go to a village today, you can buy a reasonably good pair of spectacles. You can get these brands anywhere. So I think we have to educate them. That is what I thought, and this has to give it to my knowledge. I want to give it to the whole country, and they can go to another country and start this business. And I have done it in Maldives, I have done it in Bangladesh, and Australia. So, but we can do better in our country. So let's start, and I can support for anything in education. Yes. So I tell all other business people to start vocational training. That's the best way to bring up these people into a better place.
That's really a good choice, sir, because I believe that your training and development creates more opportunities for the Lankans here in Sri Lanka to find jobs and bringing more foreign investment here to our country as well. Now, coming back to the problem of affordability, because now, sir, you've been a franchise with Germany, and these brands that you're introducing, they're all international brands and of the premium quality as well. So when us Sri Lankans, we think that, okay, high quality is high price. Will I be able to afford this? Isn't it cheaper to get it done directly from another country? What can you say about that, and how have you been tackling that challenge?
As entrepreneurs, we should know what's going to happen. Before everything happens, I contacted my suppliers that I got a bailout of good percentage of for 2 years at least, and then this collapsed, and we are still asking more benefits, and that happens in developed countries. They know that when a country is very bad, so you should go and get that kind of a bailout. So I have a good discounted price for Sri Lanka. That's an opportunity that you should have your talent and you should negotiate, and we are okay. And getting a healthcare, you should get the best, and anyone would like it. And so I'm in it, and people trust us. We are the benchmark for high quality products in optometry and audiology. I brought all the brands like Prada, you call it whatever it is. So we are into fashion, we are into business, we are into education. We are now here for different other fields, and maybe agriculture is the next field that I wanted to explore, to research and development of local products like our own fruits and vegetables.
All right. So now, sir, during the COVID pandemic, you have taken so many decisions and you have not stopped doing your business either. How did you overcome that challenge, and how was it possible for you to go ahead with this? Because we were under a lockdown and so many imports were banned, and people were able to even do their daily businesses and earn their own daily income. How were you able to go about that?
First thing is, I didn't follow what everyone think is scary messages. So psychologically, immunity is very important thing. Even now the COVID can be there, so you should be protected. And I protected my staff and the laborers and everyone. They didn't have day-to-day living, so they want me to help them. So that's how it started. So then what I invested today is a gold mine. I mean, its cost is even double all those instruments we imported before it collapsed. So I'm already having a good benefit out of it. So that is why I said even now, the entrepreneurship, the business people, or a young person who wants to start your business, start it at home, start some business online. You can make your food, you can make your vegetables, you can sell it online. And I think a lot of new people came into business and during the COVID. So that's how you have to think of new ideas and think of always. I think I never want to copy somebody else's thing, and I like people copying my things. So we lead and others follows.
All right, so now I think we are reaching the end of our program, as well as my last question. What is your final vision now? You've been in business for over 45 years, I believe. And
You told my date, the age, okay.
I'm sorry about that. So
No.
what is your final vision that you have in mind?
Well, depends on how things are going with the world. And I think before anything, and we are coming into a bad year next year, so we should be try to reserve and build up our own talents and agriculture and all these things. So I am diversifying according to the economic issues, the business. We have to get the tourism, and I'm ready for the tourism to face with our business, because I can do a cochlear implant, and we have 10 fantastic doctors. We have exported them. They are going to other countries and doing surgery. We are very popular. Mind you, people don't know how popular we are, and our doctors are very popular, and we have a very good reputation. We are the people who send doctors to Singapore and Malaysia to start their medicine, and we have next door Maldives. They have money. So let's do something interesting in healthcare. That would be a gold mine to make some money. And I don't believe in only exporting and waiting. We have to build up our own country, and that's the fastest way to fix the economy, and we have to fix ourselves first.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mihira Wickramarachchi, for sharing your insights and giving that valuable advice for the young entrepreneurs who are watching this program also. And I believe that they are able to get an example from you and take that risk no matter what, the challenges that we're facing in this country.
And if they want to come and start a business, they can come and see me. I can advise them.
That's amazing. Well, I'm happy that you're opening doors to the young entrepreneurs out there in Sri Lanka as well. And we are really appreciative for the efforts that you're taking.
Thank
you for the time.
Thank you for your program. and I think it'll be useful for other people as well. Thank you.
And that was our episode on Business Best this Friday. We will be back again next week with another product or service that would interest you. And just in case you couldn't watch us on air, you can always rewatch by catching us on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ada Derana English. Stay safe and have a good night. I'm Suzanne Shinadi.